going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to a channel update for May 18th, 2012. Earlier in the week, I think I made a video where I said March something, you know, it's pretty funny. That's why in my head I was like, oh, I gotta be sure to say the right day. Some fun, exciting stuff to talk about. It's going to be some reiteration of stuff you've already heard, but with a little bit more information behind it, which is really cool. And then, of course, there's going to be giveaways. I put that in the title of the video. I announced it on Twitter. I've got some more codes that I would like to give away, including some trials, as I talked about earlier in the week, for Diablo 3, including a trial for World of Warcraft, including some cool stuff, Max Payne 3 on the PS3. Yes, that's right. I have some codes for that were donated by one of my forum members, and also from another forum member, I've got a code for an avatar item for the Xbox 360. So we've got lots of giveaways that I'm going to get to. How do you get them? You just watch this goddamn video, and eventually I'm going to call out the codes in the video. You don't have to thumbs up the video if you don't want to. I mean, if you want to, don't get me wrong, you can. You don't have to do that. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to do bullshit. I don't milk the system. If I have cool stuff or extra stuff that I'm not going to use and I want to give it away, I just give it away to my fans, because that's how I do. That's how I roll. Alright, so first of all, before we get to the giveaways, some stuff that I want to talk about, some updates on certain things. First of all, the earliest thing that's coming up that I want to update everyone on is E3. Earlier this week, I had mentioned there's a very strong possibility that I will be attending E3 along with John Rambo. Well, we're now one step closer, and the reason I say that is my plane tickets have been booked, John Rambo's plane tickets have been booked. Now, the reason that I'm kind of saying it like that I'm one step closer, and I'm not 100% saying, yes, we're definitely going to be there, even though chances are, yeah, we're going to be there, okay, is because apparently whatever happened with E3 this year, they've changed their registration system. And Machinima, for the past 2 weeks, has been trying to get us our passes for E3. And for whatever reason, they're working with E3, they're going back and forth between them. We've given them all kinds of personal information. We've given them pictures of our driver's license. We've given them credentials. Like I did a screenshot of my channel showing, look, Machinima partner, Machinima. And for whatever reason, we just still don't have our passes, okay? But Machinima felt confident enough to say, okay, we really feel confident you're going to get the passes. This is just a technicality. This is just taking extra long, but you're going to get it in time. So here's your ticket. So my tickets were booked, and so we're ready to go in that regard. What it's looking like we're probably going to end up doing is we're going to be flying out there on Monday, June 4th, okay? And if you look at the gaming calendar for the first week of June, it was a really light week to begin with. The only things that were coming up, if you take a look, were Inversion, which is a game that has to do with gravity switches and such, was coming up that week, and also Madagascar 3. Which I just put on there as like a joke that, you know, it's a game that, would anyone ever watch me play Madagascar 3? I have no idea. But now it's looking like that's going to be E3 week for us. So starting Monday, we'll be traveling, we'll be flying out to E3. Probably see travel log videos and stuff up here on DSPGaming. Keep in mind, John also will be recording for his channel, John Rambo Presents. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll be attending E3. We'll be hitting the floor. We'll be trying to check out all the exhibits. We're going to try to get into whatever we can get into, although I don't know what exactly we can get into. People have notified me that for whatever reason now, I guess the Microsoft and Sony, sometimes they do their press conferences before E3 even starts. What fucking sense does that make? So you're telling me those press conferences, the people who get into E3, the normal people can't go to those? That you have to be some kind of special press or something, you get there early to get in? That's really fucking stupid. But I'm disappointed in that regard. I really wanted to attend those big name press conferences, and now it's looking like probably we're not going to be able to do it. But hopefully we'll have some hands-on experience with some new games. Hopefully the Wii U controller will be there. I want to get my hands on it and immediately drop it and smash it and say, oops, $200 Nintendo, maybe this isn't a good idea for you. But anyway, no, I won't do that, but I'm just saying, I fucking hate that stupid controller with the fucking screen on it. But anyway, maybe there'll be a sneak preview of some of the new systems. There's been rumors about that going on. I don't think so. But essentially what I want to see is new games. And usually it's really good at E3 where they get demos of a lot of the new upcoming games, especially some of the ones that have been delayed now. So I want to see some Grand Theft Auto 5. Will I be able to film it? No. Rockstar, we all know this. Rockstar's dicks when it comes to this kind of stuff, okay? And they're not going to let us record any Rockstar footage. But what I can do is if there's a trailer, if there's a preview, or even gameplay, I can talk to you about it. I'll just sit there and experience it, and then I'll talk to you guys about it afterwards so you know exactly what to expect. But some other games, like for example, BioShock Infinite got delayed. That's a shame, but it'll be cool if it's there, and maybe I can get some footage of it, or I could play it and tell you about it. That kind of stuff. I'm really excited to be at E3 for the first time, to be hands-on. I don't know what to expect. I really don't care. I just want to be there and experience it for once. And you know, that is a cool event to say that I've been to E3 and I covered it for you guys. It's the other thing. Even though I'm going there under the Machinima Partnership Program, I am not an employee of Machinima. So I'm not being pressured to go there and say, Phil, by the way, say good things about this game and that game. No, they're telling me, go do, you know, it's your choice what you want to do. You take video, and that's for your channel, and it's for your partnered stuff. So you will be seeing all that first week of June. You will be seeing footage from E3. Unless some crazy bullshit happens for whatever reason and I don't get my pass for E3, that would be pretty dumb considering plane tickets have already been booked. You know what I mean? So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything works out, but it's looking like John and I will be going to E3 that week, and then we'll be returning that Friday, really late actually. They couldn't get an earlier flight, so it ends up being the flight is like, it's going to end up, we're not touching out here till midnight that Friday. So chances are, that week, we'll be so busy with E3, no, John Rambo and I will not be doing Smart Guys, we won't be doing our usual Saturday co-op, because the whole week will be consumed by E3 footage, okay? So that's a really great positive. We're both pumped about it. We're hoping that we're going to be able to meet and greet some people in the industry that we only heard about up to now. We'll see what happens. More on that as it approaches, okay? The other thing is, obviously, the week after that, as we've been talking about, is Too Many Games. It's the gaming convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I know if you've watched my channel updates and you watch my weekend previews religiously, you've already heard this 100 times, and it's like beating a dead horse, but I gotta keep saying it because I'm trying to get as many people to come out as possible. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, June 15th through 17th. Go to the website, toomanygames.com, for information on where it is, on how to get in, how to get tickets. We're going to be there. We're going to have a vendor table. I'll be selling Project 7 t-shirts and merch, and also be showing off the series. I'm going to probably have my laptop with me and show off the episodes of the series so far on like a constant loop, okay? OJ, it's been confirmed. He talked about this on this week's podcast of the show, that he will be bringing candles to sell. He can't guarantee how many he's going to have, but he is going to try to do some gaming-related stuff to bring, and obviously he'll have whatever stock he had remaining from the previous conventions he's been to. Panda Lee will be there, and she, over the course of the next week or two, is going to try to work on making some video game-related earrings. I think some of the ideas she has are like Tetris, Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon, that kind of stuff. Maybe Pac-Man, I think, was another idea. And taking, beads and painting them and making them look like cool video game stuff, and she might be doing that kind of stuff there at the table as well. So we're going to have a full table, plus the Arid Lord's going to be there. That's right, my friend and our fan who has written his own book. He'll be there. He says actually some people contacted him about the book after they heard he was going to be at Too Many Games, and I guess some people might be coming out there to meet him and talk about the book. That's cool, so he'll be hanging out with us all weekend. But besides just being at the vendor table, we are going to have a panel on Saturday, June 16th. Time is not confirmed yet. In fact, I have to remind myself this week to write an email to the directors of Too Many Games to find out if they solidified the time for our panel yet. But panel will be on Saturday. Going to be talking about, again, kind of a quicker version of what I did at MagFest, because I know a lot of you have seen the MagFest videos where I did this panel, explaining how I came to be on YouTube, how I turned a hobby into a full-time job after I got laid off from my job, then turning it more into what's happened this year. How instead of now just doing gameplay videos, I've branched out. We've got the successful series Project 7. We've got John and OJ who are now doing their own thing on their own channels. John having his very successful podcast and having his own series spinning off. All kinds of things going on between all of our stuff mingling together, and I think that's really the discussion, the meat of the panel. And then what we'll do is we're going to, fingers crossed, try to debut the next episode of Project 7, okay? Episode 4. If it's ready. If it's not, what we want to do is probably we'll bring you some exclusive footage that maybe it's not finished clips, but we'll have some clips. We're going to have something entertaining to show you at Too Many Games, okay? So it will behoove you, if you are in New England area, to go to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania and attend our panel if you are a fan. I think that it'll be really fun. And then, of course, what we're going to do after that is open it up to Q&A. Anything you want to ask me, John, OJ, even Panda Lee, I don't know, she's kind of like, gee, should I be on the panel with you? I'm like, well, I don't know if you want to be. I don't know if anyone's going to ask any questions. That's up to you. So we'll see what happens with that. But Q&A, open Q&A, and And outside of the panel, we're also going to possibly, I'll be participating in a couple tournaments. I'll think about that. I haven't set it in stone yet. But also there's an after party on Saturday that we'll be attending across the street at Arnold's, which is a family fun center. Food, drinks, an exclusive concert by the mini bosses. The Angry Video Game Nerd will be there. Brental Floss will be there. Those are the other two featured guests at Too Many Games. It's going to be a great event. Okay? So I really have to say, I had fun last year, even though our whole trip kind of got fucked up because we got there so late because of traffic. But Too Many Games is really fun, so check that out, and I hope to see a lot of you there. I love meeting fans, and I love talking with them, and I would love to meet a lot of you out there, okay? Alright, outside of that, I want to give you kind of an idea of what's been going on and what's going to be happening with the channel and such. This week, there were 2 big retail games and 1 really minor retail game, and then there was a DLC game, okay? Max Payne 3, I played through it, did a midnight release. Had no problems playing it, although I did name it something different, completely different, for the first day and a half that I had videos on YouTube. Then I rechanged it over and named it back to Max Payne 3. So that if you're confused, gee, I didn't know that he had those videos up, that's where they were for the first day and a half. They were called something else. But now they're called Max Payne 3. The playthrough is complete. I have some really mixed feelings about this game, which I will talk about in the Hateful Truth. A lot of people have already contacted me, when are you going to do the Hateful Truth on Max Payne 3? Wait a minute. I don't do Hateful Truth until I play the entire game. I have not touched the multiplayer yet. So I will not do a Hateful Truth on Max Payne 3 until I have a chance to try out the multiplayer. Okay? Then I tried Diablo 3. Just beat it. Actually, just before I filmed this video, I beat it. I have some really interesting thoughts on it. A lot to say about it, especially with a lot of stuff going on right now with Blizzard and the server situation and the reason that the servers are down, which is a really fucking bullshit reason. That I will be talking about in my Hateful Truth of that game. Now you might say, Phil, well wait a minute, you beat the game and there's no multiplayer, you did the co-op, why didn't you do the Hateful Truth? Calm down, I just beat the game. I'm just doing this channel update, I have stuff to do tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy all day. John Rambo will be coming over, we're going to do Smart Guys. We will be filming the WWE 12 simulation matches of all the pay-per-view matches that will be going on at Over the Limit on Sunday. So yes, you will see more WWE 12 simulation matches. I know people love them. That will be coming up tomorrow. We may or may not be doing more footage than that. It all depends. The reason I say that is because on Sunday, the plan right now is all day we will be filming episode 4 of Project 7. Okay? We've got the costumes, I've got the props, we've got the location set. We're pretty much good to go. And so we want to get it done. We want to get it done just like we've done every time before in one day, so that the guys that respect the pack can get to editing, and it'll give them a good 1, 2, 3 full weeks to edit this episode and try to get it ready for Too Many Games. That's the goal, to have it all filmed on Sunday. So, being that we're going to be busy all day Sunday, I don't know if John's going to want to stay, how late he's going to want to stay to do co-op tomorrow. I guess we'll have to see what happens with that, okay? So anyway, the gist of this is, what's going on with the rest of the footage, you know? Because a lot of people are saying, well, Phil, Game of Thrones came out this week, it's a role-playing game, and you bought it, but you didn't play it. What's going to happen with that? And other people on the other side are saying, well, Phil, did you know that Sonic 4 Episode 2 actually came out this week? And, you know, it's a DLC title. It's probably the worst timing ever for this kind of release because no one knew it was even coming out. Even though it did have a release date, no one really talked about it. And now that it's out, it came out during the same week as 2 major retail releases. Why on earth they would have done that makes no sense. But are you going to play that? So here's the answer to all of that. Obviously, Saturday and Sunday I'm booked. But Monday is a day up in the air. Tuesday, there are some major releases coming out. You got Dragon's Dogma, you've got Ghost Recon Future Soldier, and you've got the not-so-big Men in Black 3, which I don't even remember if I reserved it or not, but I might pick it up just for a laugh. Who knows? I'm sure the movie's going to suck. But yeah. So, we've got other games coming out on Tuesday. So what does that leave me? It leaves me with Monday. What I'll be doing is I'll be playing Sonic 4 Episode 2. I'm going to try to actually beat it. I'm probably not very long, considering Sonic 4 Episode 1 was short as hell. If I beat it, then what I'm going to try to do is jump online with Max Payne 3, and I'm going to try to play some multiplayer of it. Now, from what I've heard, the multiplayer is pretty extensive. You actually have to play several matches in like training-style matches before you can unlock the other game modes. That could be hit or miss, because unfortunately, I don't have hundreds of hours to play Max Payne 3 multiplayer, you know what I mean? I want to play it, sure, but I don't want to spend 2 days playing it. And I think Rockstar needs to understand that multiplayer for a game like that should be something you could just jump into and play it and get an experience of it, rather than, oh, you have to play training for 3 hours before you can actually unlock the real modes that you'll be playing in multiplayer. Like, I don't understand that. But I'm going to see if I have time to play the multiplayer. If I do, I will be reviewing Max Payne 3, and then I'll be reviewing Diablo 3. So all that I'm going to try to jam in on Monday. Now, I'm not 100% promising I'm doing all that on Monday. I'm saying that's the rough, kind of plan. And yeah, I know I could be talking about this in the weekend preview on Sunday. I'd rather get this out in the open early because I know people want to know what's happening, and with all this stuff that's been shifting around. Game of Thrones, unfortunately, I have it here. Unfortunately, it's going to be sitting on the back burner simply because I didn't get to it. It wasn't a major release. By the way, the reviews are absolutely awful, especially the video reviews. People are saying the gameplay is balls, the graphics are balls, the voice acting is balls, but the writing's good. So the story of the game is great, but everything else is balls. And it's a shame because I am a fan of Game of Thrones. I'm in the middle of reading Storm of Swords right now, which is the 3rd book in the 5-book series. But I don't know if I'm going to get to this right now. It's going to kind of fall on the back burner until I get through other things that are coming up this week that people really want to see, like Ghost Recon, Dragon's Dogma. I'm going to be playing that stuff when it comes out. So more on that in the weekend preview when I'll tell you the schedule of exactly what order I'm going to play everything in. But I wanted to just briefly discuss that stuff right now and get it out in the open so that people know what to expect in the next couple of days. Okay? That being said, I think it's now time that we can start doing some giveaways. Okay? And the first set of giveaways we'll be doing are for the PC. As you know, when I bought Diablo 3, it came with many, many trial codes. Now, one of these codes I actually gave away to a personal friend who, by the way, has helped me in playthroughs and such previously. And so I said, yes, I will help you out and give you the guest pass. I have 2 guest passes for Diablo 3 that basically allow you to play the beta, which is the probably about 1/3 of the first act of the game. You get to the first major boss. It's about 2 hours to 2.5 hours of gameplay. Really lets you get a feel for the game and see if you want to keep playing it. So I'm going to give away 2 guest passes. Now the way to use these guest passes, as you can see it says on the back here, go to Diablo3.com / whatever slash that is, guest. Create a Battle.net account or log in if you already have one. Enter your guest pass key into the field provided. Then it'll give you the free client that you can download the game out over the internet, okay? So here are the 2 guest passes. The first guest pass code is H4YGG6-2KCE-7DEG2Z-R7JF-XYGMR7. First guest pass. Congratulations, whoever got it. The second guest pass for Diablo 3 is WEN-PET-YTWHE-7E-8G6VWB. You may say to yourself, Phil, why don't you just type out those guest passes in the description of the video so we can copy paste them? To which I say, because that's the fucking point. I want you to watch the video and watch all the important updates before I give you the goddamn guest pass number. I don't want you to just, oh, look, here it is. Click, copy, paste. Oh, I got it. Thanks, Phil. I didn't watch a minute of your video, you know? So that's why I do it this way. The next guest pass I have is for World of Warcraft, which I don't know if anyone's going to be really interested in this. The game's been out for 5 zillion years. The graphic engine is definitely outdated at this point. It's still one of the most addicting games on the planet. Now, the way to do is this one, okay? You go to warcraft.com / whatever it is, guest. Enter your guest pass key when prompted during the sign up. Download the free game client and then enjoy the game up to level 20. That's how this one works, is you get to play World of Warcraft until you hit level 20 and then basically it shuts off. Okay? Or maybe it caps. It may cap at level 20. I'm not positive. So here you are. Your guest pass key is F8TX79GT9B-ZWP-VT9-TBYJ-TKFR7V. Bada bing. Okay? That's it for our PC giveaways. Alright? So you PC aficionados, I know people complain that I don't always do giveaways for everything, every console or whatever. Well, now you have no excuse to complain, or no reason to complain, because I just gave away some stuff for the PC. Now I also have several codes actually, for the PlayStation 3 and then also for the Xbox 360. And what these are codes donated by my fans, which is really nice of them. Out of the kindness of their heart, they've decided to donate these codes to you guys, okay? The first set of codes comes from Solid Fantasy, who is a very avid forum user on thekingofhate.com, and he says he has these codes, he's not going to use them, feel free to give them away. So I'm going to read them off, okay? So these are codes for Max Payne 3, and these codes are for the PlayStation 3. He says he's keeping the soundtrack code for himself, because that's right, when you buy the special edition of Max Payne 3, you get the soundtrack code for it, but he doesn't want the other stuff, so he says you can give it away, so I'm going to give it away. Here we go. Alright. The first code, it's a special edition pack. It includes classic multiplayer character pack and disorderly conduct weapons pack. Here's the code. It is 9EHR-89NB-434D. Okay? Up next is the Cemetery multiplayer map. This is 3JFL-BJNJ-A86K. Up next we have the Pill Bottle multiplayer boost. This code is CKCP-9EN9-JGAT. And then finally, we've got the Silent Killer pack. This is 328A-25N3-8L5D. And last but not least, we do have actually for our Xbox 360 users, that's right, another avid forum user, a graphic designer. This guy does a lot of stuff for thekingofhate.com. His name's Vossel, and he has given me a code for an avatar item on the Xbox 360. This avatar item, it actually says, is for Modern Warfare 3 Care Package avatar item. So if you're one of these FPS aficionados, you love Modern Warfare, this is up your alley. So let me give you the code. The code is, keep in mind this is Xbox 360, RJ43B-BM6GM-4PCRT-JQM2J-8H2YF. So there you have it. That was a whole bunch of stuff I just gave away simply because I could. And I hope that people enjoy it. I hope that whoever the winners are, congratulations that you get that stuff. What I do want to say, I couldn't believe, I saw the snidest fucking comment on the last video I did where I gave away codes. Phil, you only give away DLC codes for stuff you don't want. What kind of stuff is that? Why don't you give away real stuff? Like, this is his comment. Now, keep in mind, these are codes that I could use for myself. These are codes that I could put on fucking eBay and sell them. Keep in mind, these codes do get sold on eBay all the time, and people make money off of them. This is stuff that I'm giving away from the kindness of my heart because I know I'm not going to use it and I don't want it to go to waste. And there's fucking people out there that are so fucking just like ungrateful, disrespectful, greedy that they're like, oh, Phil's a gamer, we know that he's making some money, why can't he just give away other stuff? Sure, here you go, here, you can have this, you can fucking have my, here, you can have a stack of my fucking healthcare bills and shit, here, you can have, whatever you want, here, you can have this fucking stupid little piece of crap that came with fucking Street Fighter Cross Tag, get the fuck out of here, man, you know what I mean? I'm already giving stuff away out of the kindness of my heart, you got people criticize you, it's absolutely ridiculous. I wish you were here so I could go right in the back of your fucking head and we wouldn't have to hear you anymore because it would probably make you mute for the rest of your life. Then again, he didn't actually talk, he typed it. So actually what I would do is I'd wait for him to put out his hand and I'd fucking smash it with the SIG paddle so he could never type on his computer again. I'm not saying that, you know, if I have stuff that I'm not going to play, eventually I might give it away. Like, I do have a couple games over here. Games I'm looking at are things like Top Gun, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which at this point, slim to no chance that I'm ever going to get to that game simply because it's been so long since it came out. There's hundreds of playthroughs already. The game's old. The game's long as hell. I've already played other RPGs that I haven't even finished yet, and people aren't watching those, telling me that the RPGs are boring, they don't want to watch RPGs anymore, play other kinds of games, which is what I've been trying to do. Yeah, I see a couple games over there that I probably won't, I might give away. I don't know. That's what I mean. These things are possible, but I don't want to say in stone until I see, you know, what happens during the course of the year, and if I end up having a lot of free time at some point to go back and play some of those games. It's not to say that I won't ever give stuff away either. That's crazy, you know what I mean? I mean, I've got a bajillion Project 7 t-shirts that I could probably give away for stuff. I mean, it's... People just blow my mind when they say shit like that, because it's just like, here's someone who doesn't have to give you a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? I put out how many videos for you to watch, and I don't have to do anything. I didn't have to put... I could have just done a channel update without any of those codes in it, but these people are just so ungrateful. I don't know. I'm going on a tangent. I'm going on too long about it. I don't know why I let it get to me sometimes, these fucking assholes. But anyway, congratulations to the winners who won those codes. I hope you enjoy them. And let's get ready. Let's get ready for some new content tomorrow with John Rambo. Probably nothing new on Sunday besides the weekend preview, simply because I'm going to be filming Project 7 Episode 4. Unless maybe I'll give you a sneak preview. I don't know. Monday coming up, we're going to try to do Sonic 4 Episode 2. We're going to try to do some Max Payne multiplayer, possibly some Hateful Truths. New games coming up on Tuesday. It's going to be a jam-filled week full of content. I'm really excited. As usual, you know, I'm always happy when we've got new games coming out. One more thing that I want to say, I've got 100 messages about this. Phil, are you going to play the Batman Arkham City DLC that comes out on May 30th? Of course I'm going to play it. I loved Arkham City, one of my favorite games of 2011. Why wouldn't I play the first story-based DLC? I knew there were going to be DLCs on it, so I still have the game. I'll be playing it. So now that's it. I've answered 5 billion questions. I think that's enough. I will be talking to you tomorrow, I guess, for footage with John Rambo. So thanks a lot for tuning into this channel update. I'm DSP. Peace out. See you later.